Hello all you wonderful and creative humans. I'm here to do my end of the month pages for July. So grab yourself a drink or a snack and settle in because I did quite a bit of stuff this month. I normally don't mention how many pages or projects or anything, but for the month of July I completed 43 pages and 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 projects. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. They're in no particular order. I'm gonna intersperse my projects with my coloring pages so that they're not all in one spot. It was Christmas in July, so I did 2 pages in here with my friend Jackie. This is Christmas Cuties by Joshua Dunbar, and we buddy colored this page, which I did with marker base and pencils on top and a little bit of gel pen to make the jewels. And then we also did this page, and again this one is just alcohol markers though. I didn't do any pencils on this. Shaded everything with alcohol markers and added in like I guess a table for the wreath. It's a little too low, but it works. And then just like a weird little background. It was the same with this. I added in this bow in the back, trying to just kind of like ground it to the page. So those are our 2 pages we did for Christmas in July, and I think those are my only Christmas in July pages. Next up, I have a page in Hot Tropics by Carla Magana. This was a buddy color with my friend Chelsea over here on YouTube. It's Chelsea's Creative Escape. And we did a page together in here, and it was this one. I had a lot of fun coloring with Chelsea this month as well. I went really simple with this one. What did I do? I added just this little rectangular border down here on the sand because it was just floating there and I didn't want to go across the page. This border was already here. And like I said, I just went really simple with my colors, but that was my page in Hot Tropic with Chelsea. I'm really enjoying my Carla Magana pages a lot. It's so much fun just using the bright colors. If you hear all that noise, my cat found his toy and he's playing in my room, of course. So we're going to have to listen to that a little bit. Okay, next up I have Matchstick Mouse, a summer coloring book. And this was a buddy color with Judith over on Instagram. And we did this seagull stealing french fries from Miss Mouse here. And this was a lot of fun to do. I did this with markers and colored pencil on top. And it was a really nice, easy page, and it was fun to do. Thank you for the buddy color, Judith. Next up, I did a couple in Cute Chibi Creechy. Yeah, Cute Chibi Creechy. I'm leaving that in there too. This is Cute Chibi Creature Coloring by Phoebe M. And I did 2 in here with Deb or Deb E. And Poet. That made a loud snap when I opened it, and I don't know why, but it did. Okay, so here we go. We've got this elephant, which I had the best time coloring this page. It's really simplistic. It's just alcohol markers and alcohol markers for the shading. I didn't add any glitter, any embellishment of any kind. It is just marker, straight marker. So much fun. I love this little elephant. She came out so cute. Again, that was with Deb E. and Poet. And then we did this one. And this one, I like it. I just don't like it as much as that little elephant. This one's like a little girl riding a dragon. And again, it's just alcohol marker for everything. And this one, I wouldn't even call it blending. I really outlined a lot of stuff. I didn't try to make it blend in together. I wanted that like illustrated line on everything, so I didn't really blend. I didn't work real hard to blend. I like how I've got the circles in her hair that mimic the circles on the dragon's belly, and this is a super fun one. And once again, I forgot to say anything, but yeah, this is my all the first 3 books I've colored in before. This is the first time coloring in here, and I've got 2 pages completed in that book. I do like to let you know when I've colored a new page or a new book. This is also called Cute Chibis. The other one's Cute Chibi. This is Chibi's coloring book. And this is a Chartwell book. This was a buddy color with my friend Jenny on Instagram. She's also a friend of the channel. So we both did this page. Hers is really cool. So head over to Instagram and check hers out. It's Jenny Pollard. Her bottles, I really liked how her bottles came out. But I colored mine all the same. Tried to change up my dragons. And then just added like a rainbow background to kind of tie in everything that's going on inside the bottles. And that is my first page in this book as well. So all those chibis this month. This is Coloring Book 1, Animals in Nature by Belba Family. This is my monthly disaster. There's always one where I'm just like, what happened? If you've seen previous colorings I've done with the Bic crayons, they're amazing. And they've always been on Amazon paper. This one just didn't work out. And I don't know why. And I gave up. And that's okay. You can't just keep going all the time. Yeah, I just didn't get the results, and then I just stopped trying. So that's my Panda in Book 1, Animals in Nature by the Belba Family. And again, that one already had pages. Now we're going to hit my Floating 3D Mandalas project book that I have with my friend Sherry over on Instagram. I've already colored this month for August, so I want to be careful turning my pages in here. But I did this one. This is bright and obnoxious, and I love it. And I also did this pinkish purple one. And I did a blackish blue one. It's kind of like gray, but it's definitely the blue grays. I really like how that one turned out as well. Sorry, my bookmarks just aren't going back into their little home. And then I have this one. I messed up in the center here. So everything's like this dark teal instead of being alternating like it was supposed to. So then I just kind of tried to make these like a little bit more blended, these little teardrop guys. But it is what it is. And then the last page we had for this month was this one. And I just borrowed that same color palette from the first page that I really liked and brought it to this black background. So that is my project book that I did with my friend Sherry. Next up, I have the Circularism art books. You might have already seen this because I did a full flip through because I finished the book last month. I only had this book for like a month. It featured in a haul video, and then it featured in a July or June's finished pages, and a lot of it was done, and then I finished up the rest of it in July. So I've got the leaf, and we'll go through this really quick. Like I said, there is a video. These little birds, I loved this one. This bug, I'm definitely getting another one of these books soon. We've got this flower, another bug, like a ram, I think, another bug, some more birds. This guy, this panda, which I think is just adorable. And that is where I started, I think, was this fox. So yeah, that is my Circularism book completed. And that makes my 5th completed book. Then I've got Easy Spring, which is a project book with Jamie's Coloring Kingdom. They just changed their name, so I'm not entirely sure I did it right there. But this was my page for July that we did together. And this is all alcohol marker with some colored pencil on top and white acrylic paint pen. And that is it, because the next page is August, so I'm not showing it to you. So that was Easy Spring. Then I have one in 50 Vacation and Summer Fairy Houses that I'm not overly enthralled with, but it's done. I did this with Poet, and I didn't do a lot to it. It's just marker and then some acrylic paint pen, like here and through here and like on the clouds and stuff. But yeah, I just did that one really quick. I don't know why I didn't feel like shading, but it just didn't feel right, so I didn't. So that's my mice from 50 Vacation and Summer Fairy Houses. Then I did a flip through of both of these books on the channel, and I did a color along with this page. This is Life's a Beach from Yibikuaye by Danny Banani of Fun Usual Suspects. I had the greatest time coloring this page. I'm definitely going to try and get another one done this month. They're just super cute mandalas, and they make me happy. And I also did another part of Yibikuaye is volume 1, and all I colored in here was the coloring test page, and I just thought I would show it as a, well, not finished page, but work that I've done this month. So, yeah, you'll probably see it again. I'm getting ready to do an August plans video, so I don't usually do those. So get ready for that. Then I have my Disney Baby coloring book. I've talked about this. The paper in here is very weird. I updated a page from last month. I was having trouble getting backgrounds on it or getting the markers to not. They're just really bad. They leave lines. These are alcohol markers. And it's really weird. I forgot to put any paper behind it when I was coloring. And it doesn't bleed through, like, to the other page. So, like, this is treated with something. But yeah, I just updated this one. And then I'm trying to kind of catch up with my Pixies Disney coloring that prompts we've already picked. So we've already had Beauty and the Beasts. So I colored this page, and our skin is splotchy as all get out. I did this with permanent markers and then pencil on top. And it's just like, I got the dress to take the color. I got the gold to work out pretty good. Lumiere looks great. Her skin, like, I'll pull her up. She's just messed up, but it's the way it is. I did actually complete the page, and I'm happy. I'm not giving up on this book. I'm just not thrilled with the outcome of the pages at this time. So I did a Minnie Mouse, and this one again is permanent markers, and they seem to do a little bit better than the alcohol markers. So I kept up with those, and I used a white paint pen up on her bow. I didn't do anything King Louis from June. Where am I at? Let's go. Okay, I did Vanellope because that was this month's prompt for Pixies Disney Coloring was Wreck-It Ralph. So that's what I did for that. And then I colored the genie because we've already had Aladdin as well. So those are my pages in Disney Baby coloring, and I will continue in this every month as long as I have a prompt. I've got pages in Enchanted Beauty, or a page in Enchanted Beauty, sorry. This was done with my Instagram friend Stephanie, who is also a friend of our channel, and I had a great time with this. I hope you did too, Stephanie. Hers is gorgeous. Check it out on Instagram. Mine is just alcohol marker with acrylic paint pen all over it. I was just having a really good time. I don't know if it looks good or not, but it was fun. And sometimes I think that's the major deciding factor on something. I had a good time. So that was the page in Enchanted Beauty by Emily Chawa. Then I've got a few in Disney Villains, again for the Pixies Disney Coloring hashtag. I had somebody ask me a question about this book. I flipped it, and then they got it, and they had something they noticed. And I do want to address it because I noticed it as well. I did this picture of King Candy because our prompt was Wreck-It Ralph. There were places like these dots all along the outside that had no numbers in them. So you either have to like look at the answer page or just like do what you want or whatever, which isn't too big of a deal, but it might be if you're really looking for something that's solidly color by number. There's no number. And on this page, which was a quote from the movie, these ones that have more than one color in them are just multiple numbers, but they weren't divided out. So I kind of just had to do it my own way. And there was no number for this outer ring, and there was no number for the one that's pink. So just a heads up in case you've got this book or are thinking about it. I've done 2 pages, and both of them have had some sort of problem with the numbers. So there's that. And I don't know. This is Thunder Bay Press. I have the Bob Ross book, and I don't know if that's like that as well. And they have a Golden Girls book coming out, and if it's like that, I'm going to be annoyed. So, yeah, it's a little bit problematic. I did say I was going to show my crafts in between, and I've not done that. So I'm going to go ahead and show, I've been getting ready to do a gouache video. So I've been using my different gouaches to see how they feel. So I've just been doing some like quick little paintings of leaves and such in my sketchbook. Just to get a feel like for what is taking dark or light paint over dark paint, and what is too runny and what is too leaving too much of a chalky residue, which I don't like. But yeah, just a couple different paintings to test out different techniques and different ways of layering, and the drying time and all that, so I can start using them in coloring books more. So that was what I've done there. And David and I are doing my sketch boxes, and we started with my January sketch box. We have not done any of them since he got them for me for Christmas. We're going to do a theme of mushrooms through every box this year, and this is my Derwent Inktense mushrooms and David's Derwent Inktense mushrooms. With this kit, I did leave everything out. It came with 6 Derwent Inktense pencils. And the only reason I'm showing it, I'm going to show you February stuff too, because we did that this month. And I'm not going to, show you what comes in the box every time. I just wanted to show you this Inktense pan set, like up against, this is a 1.5 inch bookmark. So there you go. I just thought you'd like to see that because I was like enthralled. I love tiny things. So this is the tiniest Derwent Inktense pan set ever. Look at that. These are 4x6 drawings. And there's my pans. They're just so cute. And yeah, like I think part of the reason we didn't get started is because I have Inktense pencils and I have the pans. And it was kind of a letdown. It's by no fault. Sketchbox's fault. But getting something I already had was like, eh. So we never got around to it. Well, we finally did. And those were our pages we did for January. I'm going to go on to another coloring page and then another project. This is the Enchanting Fairies book. And I feel like this month is, this is also my first page in this book. It was my first page in Disney Villains. Disney Villains was one I just flipped. This one I did in a haul just, I think, last month. So I want to say the paper in here was horrendous. Like, all I wanted to do was color with pencils. And I managed it, sort of. But it did not want to work. So I wasn't intending to try and follow the picture on the left. But because I had so much trouble getting pencil to layer on here, because the paper is just so smooth, that I gave up trying to pick colors and just tried to stick closely to this. I was so angry. The background is all acrylic paint. And that is even hard to get to lay down straight. So I wound up dabbing it on so it looks textured. My polychromos very like, I'm trying to get a pencil to show you. Here, I got a pen. Like, I was holding it like this to get the lightest layers, and it still only took like 3 layers of polychromos. So, just a heads up. And then I did a brown acrylic paint pen around the outside and a gold acrylic paint pen along the inside border. Yeah, so I wish this was on nicer paper. I may start taking them out of here to color them. This was also a buddy color with J.I. Colorist over here on YouTube, Jody. So thank you for coloring with me again this month. I really enjoyed it. And you should check out her channel so you can see her page. So that was the Enchanting Fairies coloring book. Next up, I'll show my February sketch box, which was a graphite box. Again, David did one, and I did one, and I'm adding this cat to my mushrooms. We just agreed on mushrooms. Anything after that's kind of whatever. But, yeah, I'm enjoying these sketch boxes. I hate graphite because it's messy, and something about it makes me nuts, but I really enjoyed doing these. And I think David did too. So, hopefully next month will be, like, at least March. We can get March done. Next up, I have Tropagos by Carla Magana. This is a buddy color with Coloring with V over on Instagram. So V, if you're watching, thank you for coloring with me. And we did this page, and for those of us of a certain age, I can tell you, I couldn't see past this being Jane Fonda workout videos in the 80s, so I went with it, and I like how it turned out. I love her little leopard tights. I went with the purple and pinks because that's what just, it screamed 80s to me. And then the pops of color behind it, you know. So that was what I did in Tropagos. Again, I've colored in this book quite a few times, so it's not my first coloring. I also did one diamond painting this month. You might remember this from a haul I had. It's the little pancake red panda. I love him. And just today, my friend Sherry told me that 2 red pandas were born in England in captivity. So hopefully, you know, they're going to keep working to keep them off the seriously endangered list, because it's a shame. So yeah, this is the one I got done for the month. Back to coloring pages. I've got Chibi Girls Appreciated 100 plus pages from Jade Summer. This was a gift from my friend Deb. If you're watching, thanks again. And we did a buddy color as soon as it came in. Me, her, and Poet. And it was this cute little witch. She's like so adorable. And it was really nice. I don't normally go for grayscale, but she asked if I wanted the grayscale or the line art, and I chose the grayscale. And what? I used alcohol markers, just a crap ton of jelly roll, as you can probably see. It is everywhere. I finally used one of my little gray jelly rolls here and on the cat. And then glossy accents for everybody's eyeballs. The frog, the cat, not the fish. And look, the girls all got glossy accent. So yeah, I had a really good time in here. Oh, and I've got like some sort of metallic something, I forget, on the belt buckle on her hat. But that was a lot of fun. So thanks again, Deb. Thanks, Poet and Deb, for coloring with me. Then I've got my Area Veil book. This was our page for the month, and I completed it on time. I'm amazed. And it came out really cute, and I'm happy with it. And I got one extra done this month. As most of you know, I'm trying to catch up in here. So I did this one. I love all my little mushrooms and glowy things I've got all over the place. Had a good time with this one. I think I've got... I'm behind. For August, we're on the last page. I started this one. So I've got the 1, 2... I think it's 3 I've got left, or 4. 3. I've got 4 left that I need to finish in the month of August. Hopefully that will happen. This is August's page. But if not, it's okay. It was a fun buddy color, and I will get to it. So that's what's left in Area Veil. And then I did a page in Cat 22 adult coloring book. I did 2 pages in Cat 22. I thought so. Okay, so let me get in here. This is Dylan, and he's adorable. His little story said, she said yes, she said yes, she said yes, she said yes, she said yes. So apparently he's very happy because she said yes. This is a buddy color with Karen. She's over here and on Instagram. I used my Starjoy Gold pencils, trying them again. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but the page is finished and I like it. So that's that. That's really all that matters. And then I did one with Coloring with Amy. She has a channel here on YouTube. You can check out hers on her channel. And I do like how this one came out better. And I think most of it is because I had a more enjoyable process. I used the Deli pencils, D-E-L-I. It's a 36 pack. They came in one of those little cardboard tubes. I don't know why I like them so much, but I did. They're just generic pencils. But I really had a good time, and I made like a stone border, and I added like, I don't know if it's visible, but there's like moss all around the stone frame. And I did like a colored pencil background because I'm insane. And just used an eraser to make the little dots for like a bokeh background. And I really like the color of all the little hearts. So yeah, this is fun. I want to color more in here. But that was my first 2 pages in Cats 22 by Sugar Sweet. I think is who it is. Yes, right here in case you want to check them out. So that is all of my coloring pages for the month of July. I've got an August plans video coming up probably tomorrow. and then on to coloring, I guess. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe. I always like to have new friends. So until next time, have yourselves a very colorful day. Bye.